Hey guys, welcome to a new video. And today, I guess it'll be kind of a rant video or whatnot. So the title of the video, or whatever I'm gonna name it, is, do you guys fear game prices rising? And of course, that would be the obvious question. Like, probably would be yes. But it tripped me out because a couple months ago, I picked up a game called, let me say the whole title properly, The Liar Princess and the Blind Prince. All right, so this is a Nice America game, but it was actually sold at Best Buy as well as the Nice America website. So I got this from Best Buy, I say around 2 months ago, and I think I did a pickups video already on my channel about it. And the game was actually $40. So good price to pay for something. Limited edition, comes with an art book, game, and a soundtrack, right? And like I said, it says limited edition on it. Okay, I get that. But the thing is, though, they didn't even sell this game as a regular edition. So the game was actually available on the Switch and the PS4. As you guys can see, I got the PS4 version. Recently, I wanted to pick up a copy for a friend, and I was going to get them the Switch version. I look it up online. It's sold out everywhere. And people are reselling it for like $100 and more. And I'm like, wow, man, like, what is going on? I was like, dude, so it tripped me out. It's like nobody has it. And let's just go back to it. It does say limited edition, but damn, not that damn limited. Like, I mean, seriously? But I guess it gets to the point where a lot of people they'll see something that's limited like that, because it actually has cool packaging and everything like that, and they'll buy it and hold on to it and just want to resell it, or just some people just buy it to resell for more money because they think it's worth money or to help their store or whatever. And that's fine, I guess, but I'm just like, damn, dude, like, this is the fear that you have. Like, you have to buy a game fast because it'll freaking sell out, or whatever. Like I said, it does say limited edition, but I feel like I should use that term loosely, because a lot of stuff says limited edition, deluxe edition, collector's edition, and it's widely available for about the same price it was going for, or whatnot. But anyway, maybe that's a different thing with Nice America. And here's another thing too. So DuckTales Remastered. Game's been out for quite some time. Came out for PS3, Xbox 360, and the Wii U. They actually tricked us with that game. It was kind of funny. They said they were going to release a physical edition for the game, and I guess that was leaked information. And then they brought out a physical that had they brought out a case with a download code inside. It came with a pen, and didn't say anything about the physical copy. They waited till digital sales were good, and then they made the physical copy finally, which is what I got. For some reason, well, this is the reason. The game is getting delisted on the networks, which is already, by this video that's already been done. So everybody flipped out and said, oh my god, I have to get this game now because it's not going to be available anymore. And as soon as this happened, I mean, people were leaking, like, talking, the news was spreading on Twitter, Instagram, all over the place. And GameStop got a hand in it too, and they automatically raised the price. I remember the PS3 copy, I think, was going for like between $9 to $13, and they raised it up to like $24 or something like that, which isn't that bad. Isn't bad, but it's just the fact they raised it or whatever. People are like, what the hell? But I guess maybe they do that to kind of, so they make a profit as well, and then if they get people trying to buy multiple copies to resell for more money, so, and maybe that'll turn them away from it. I don't know, but it just kind of trips me out. And I actually feel like, it could be like an urgency to get some of these games sometimes. I always thought that DuckTales should have been widely, like, sought after even when it first came out. They got the original cast back to do the voices for the game. They got a strong company like Way Forward to do it. It was just an amazing combination. Capcom, Disney together again was pretty amazing. And just when people find out stuff is delisted, then they'll go after it all of a sudden. That game should have been like just widespread when it first came out. I mean, I don't know how popular DuckTales was back when I was a kid on the NES. I thought it was a really fun game, but maybe it wasn't that popular. I don't know, the show was hot back then. I don't know. I just feel like the new version should have been more popular than it is, until, like, people find out it gets delisted. Then they all of a sudden they want it. So that kind of is like, what the hell. But anyways, going back to what I wanted to talk about, just it makes me nervous with some of these games. You know, everything says limited edition, collector's edition, and you know sometimes some of us can't afford it right away, and then the next thing you know, a month later, they're sold out, and then it's like skyrocketing in price pretty much. You know, it's like insane. You have to deal with secondhand resellers, which is not bad depending on if you find a good one that's reasonable, of course. It just makes it really crazy. So here's where this comes in. This idea comes in. You know, I know you guys are gonna look at me like I'm crazy, but you know, digital downloads. You know, there are a lot of flash sales that come and go, and God, sorry, I got my window open. I'm keeping it open because it's hot in here, so all of a sudden, like everybody's making all this noise out there. But anyways, I feel like the digital sales, flash sales, they happen very often. If you're very patient, you can find a good deal on the game for really cheap. I mean, just almost for dirt if you're patient enough to wait. A good friend of mine, Kyle, does that a lot and saves him a lot of money. And of course, you don't have to deal with the hassle of everybody, you know, like just, I mean, having to deal with people raising the prices on certain games you think should be at a reasonable price, whatever you think that is. And of course, it saves you room and all that stuff. And, you know, as my collection over the years, you know, certain stuff I've collected and everything like that, you know, with the newer stuff that's coming out, I feel like, especially like everything being released as collector's edition, limited, deluxe, whatever you want to call it. It seems like everybody's doing that, and some of them aren't that great, to be honest with you. So I feel like I'm just kind of dwindling down, excuse me, on just like the whole big box collector's edition type stuff or limited edition, whatever you want to call that stuff. You know, not all of it's that great. Takes up a lot of room. It just really has to be worthy. I feel like back in the day, most of the stuff, like a PS1, PS2 era, or that stuff was more collector's edition type stuff. In my opinion, that was good. Yeah. Anyways, sorry trailing off, guys. I just a lot to talk about here. A lot on my mind with this stuff. You know, I guess most of us are probably just tired of being in the race to get a game before it gets too expensive, and you know, and all that stuff. There's just so much stuff coming out. A lot of companies just flooding the market, and it's not like back in the day when it had the video game era crash in 1983. You know, actually, good games are being put out. You know, not like crappy games like back then. But it's frustrating, you know, to know that you have to worry about, oh, I got to get this game before it get raising the price. It's something I want to play, but I don't want to pay more for it. I want to pay for a secondhand reseller for it. It gets pretty crazy. So I've talked about this for a little bit too long. I guess I'm all over the place with it. A lot to think about here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about all this stuff. Do you guys feel the same way about this? Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to collect certain games or collect collector's editions and limited edition, but I am saying it's frustrating just like having to worry about stuff being limited. You never know what's going to be really limited or not. Usually if it's marketed as limited, it won't be limited, but that's not the case with some stuff. You know, I feel like with Limited Run, is another company out there, they're marketed as limited, but is it really limited? Because it's widely available. I mean, Limited Run goes to conventions, they sell their stuff there, and you can buy their stuff online, so it's available, and some of their stuff is available at Best Buy too. But yeah, that's another story. Anyway, I think they only carry Switch titles for Limited Run. But anyway, like I said, just let me know what you guys think in the comments about this. Do you feel like you have to buy a game before the price rises on it, and you know, a time frame? I mean, this game, the Liar Princess and Blind Prince. I mean, this game went up damn near immediately, and you know what was crazy about this game? It was marketed as a limited edition, but it had no standard edition. So the limited edition was the only edition that came out for this. So if you're looking for a standard edition, as far as I know, and let me know if I'm wrong about this, but there was no standard edition for the game. So this one is just really, I guess, just limited now, or you just have not limited to the way where you either buy it from resellers, I guess, and that's the way you get it. If you don't mind spending the extra money, I guess you're good, I guess. But anyways, guys, I talked enough about this. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate you watching. Radical Reggie, and I will see you guys later.